trying to pull my hair out of my face, but it's just not working. Hi. Probably not frozen now, is it? Let me bring this down a little. There we go. Hi. Now I'm better. I'm at your level. Oops. Use my Ring doorbell. Sorry. Hi. That's better. I'm back. God, it's a beautiful day. Oh, the breeze. How is everyone? Hi, Sparkle. How are you? Martha, hi. Steve Harvey, hi. I can't say the rest of that. So anybody that says there's an echo and there's not, you'll be muted and blocked. So go ahead. Hi, Darius. Amanda, hi. Sanaya, hi. Valerie, hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Good morning, Austin. Hello from Florida. Let's do our usual check-in with me. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what you're doing. Oh, who's at work? That's what I forgot to ask. Who's at work? Who's at lunch? What are you guys doing right now? Talk to me. Listen to the birds. Isn't it a beautiful day? Hello from NYC. You know what? I had this open earlier. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do one of these? That's how I had it earlier. I'm like, I feel like that's too much. Because it's just kind of like loops around here. There. Let's see if we get the viewership up. Watch the views jump. This is how I was wearing it this morning. I'm like, well, maybe I should zip it up for my live. Just for the sake of like trying to be modest. Here, let me put this in here. Stay. I don't know. You tell me. Up or down? What do you guys think? I heard yes. And there go the views through the roof. Looks good. It goes down even farther, trust me. Leave it down. Leave it down. Okay, down it is. Down it is. Sending love from Vermont. I'm not a... Oh, why does it keep... Okay, hang on. We're just going to fix this once and for all. Okay. Hopefully it won't slide down again. Hi, Queen from Oregon. Thank you. I appreciate that. For my current status, it's hard, guys. I'm already on the rise with weight. I have, many of you know, I got approved to gain weight for my BBL, my 2.5 year journey of losing muscle mass is coming to a close. Just take the top off. My 2.5 year journey of losing muscle mass is coming to a close. I was approved for my BBL to gain weight, at least. Not yet ready to go into surgery. I have to notify my surgeon every 8 pounds that I gain. So this is the first time in 15 years I won't be in keto. Since I brought it to the internet in 2012, I was the first person to publicize it with my company, Body Spartan. It'll be the first time I have not consistently been in keto in 15 years. So it's going to be really interesting. I did find a surgeon, yeah. So my surgeon that I'm going to use is Dr. Calvin Jung. It's Dr. Jung Money. He's in Houston, Texas. He does amazing BBLs. So he's going to take, it's going to take a couple of rounds for sure. So yeah, but I have to notify him every 8 pounds that I gain. They want fresh pictures. They want my weight. They want everything. I'm like, okay, here we go. So yeah. Jenna, you seen his work? Yeah. What will happen when I stop keto? What happened over the last 3 days? I'm up. So my lowest weight that I've been was 192. And then I kind of got the yellow light. I was like submitting pictures. I'm like, okay, I'm manifesting it's going to work. So I put on 15 pounds and then he gave me the green light. I'm like, well, let's really eat. I'm like, let's do this. So I've been upping my calories in a good way. I'm trying to do it as healthy as possible. I need to get on the treadmill today and see where it balances out. I was 213 this morning. So I'm up almost 20 pounds from the lightest I've ever been. I was like, whew, this is hard. So, what questions do you guys got? I'm here for you. We can talk about anything. I can spill some tea on what's going on in my life. I mean, that's pretty big tea. Flew my mom out. My mom is here. I got her yesterday from the airport. So everybody asks, like, Gabby, how's your relationship with your parents? Wonderful. I love it. So my mom's here. She's here to kind of help me with Mia so I can do a little traveling. I might be flying out to California here pretty soon to do a little business out there. Yeah. I hired one additional coach. I'm starting to put through my training process. I'm looking to hire another coach. My girls that I have on my team, it takes about 6 months to get them up to speed with everything that they need to do, sometimes longer. I never let anybody see one of my coaches without having gone through one of my processes. It takes forever to learn my stuff because they have to be perfect. They have to know what I know, and they have to be able to work with people the way that I can work with people. So I've started this new training process with one of my latest hires. So she's going to be a work in progress. I've got a lot of faith in her. Her energy is so cool. It's absolutely incredible. So, yeah. My necklace, thank you. This another Earthbound find. I love it. They don't sponsor me. They don't pay me. I just get a lot of my stuff from Earthbound. I walked in there about 2 weeks ago and I saw this. I'm like, this? Oh, this is calling to me. Same with the earrings. I'm like, let's just get those and let's get this and let's just get all the things. Wendy, hi. So, we need that busy girl. Oh, yes. Where does my mom live? So my parents live in Northern California. They live north of the Golden Gate Bridge, about 40 minutes. It's in Sonoma County, right next to Napa, in a little tiny town called Sebastopol. It's on the way to Bodega Bay. Thank you for the talk yesterday. You're really saving my life. Kayla, you're very welcome. So Kayla is one of my clients, and if you don't mind, sweetie, I'm going to pin this just to kind of talk about, I won't go into personal, but Kayla and I, we spent, girl, what did we spend? Probably a good hour on I had a Google Meet going, you were on the phone. I did an exercise with Kayla that I try to reserve for when people really need to look and see what's going on in their life. And I spent a good hour with Kayla on a phone call yesterday. It's not something I do very often, but I could tell Kayla really wanted to change her life. It wasn't just a want, it was a must. But there were things in her life that were getting in the way, and there were a lot of cyclical patterns I was seeing. I'm like, we need to do this exercise. Give me a little bit of your time. It's going to change your life forever. And this is something that I won't do on a live ever because it's very personal, it's very straightforward, and it takes one-on-one. But I do it with my clients from time to time. And so Kayla, the pleasure is mine, honey. Kayla committed. Did you watch the video I gave you last night to watch? And if so, tell me your top 2 human needs. That's what I want to know. The doctor I'm getting my BBL with, it's Dr. Jung Money, Dr. Calvin Jung. Yeah. So, yeah, that just blessed my heart. So, what else is going to say? Yeah, my mom's here. I got her from the airport yesterday. I haven't seen her in a couple months. It was great to see her again. So she's here. They are pouring the foundation today on my new home. Like, I would do a live up there, but there was zero Wi-Fi. I don't know what to do. I'm like, maybe I can plug into the neighbor's Wi-Fi. I'm like, hey, could I show everybody? But I definitely want to go up there and take some photos today and post it here on TikTok. Guys, the view is beautiful. Like, this is the valley. So I don't want to show you my street sign too much, but this is a huge valley. And then if you go up this way, there's a big ridge. My new house sits on the ridge. It's the biggest lot on the block. And it's like right for an infinity pool over the edge. So I think that's going to be there. I want to take pictures as they're pouring so you guys can see it. I'll probably put it on my story. So please make sure you're following me. You've got live notifications set. So when I talk about my lives, you get notified. But also check out my stories. It's going to be really fun. He's such a good doctor. Thank you. So let's dive in. Let's answer some fitness questions. I do have 30 years in the industry. In the last 13 years, I've coached over 1,500 people to success. If you are looking for online personal fitness and nutrition coaching, it is what I do. A lot of my clients are on these lives. They can attest to the success that they've seen. They can attest to the difference in the program. You've been handed things before, fitness and nutrition. Anybody can do that. I do hand you fitness and nutrition, but the behavioral pattern modification is what is completely different. Yeah. Link in the bio, or you can go to coachgabby.com and fill out that short form. So Cheryl, I'm desperate to drop 25 pounds. Where do I start? And so the way that I do these lives, Phil's going to call you tomorrow. Elizabeth, that's fantastic. Phil is one of my 3 assistants. When you are committed, when you make that choice to change your life, Phil, Chris, or Clayton are going to call you. They're going to text you, set up a time when you can chat for 10 or 15 minutes. They're going to call you. They're going to talk you through what's going to happen. Your life is going to change. Now, Cheryl, what I've been doing lately has been kind of picking comments, and I've been letting the live focus around these comments. And I've been creating kind of on-the-fly seminars that we can do where everybody's going to learn and benefit from it. So desperate to drop 25 pounds. Where do I start? And my moderators, can you please repin this? Who is desperate to lose weight right now? aside from Cheryl, which Cheryl, if you don't mind, I'm going to use this. We're gonna kind of build off this today. Who is desperate to lose weight? Raise your hand. Say I. Put it in the comments. Say me. Say I. If you are desperate to lose weight, if you've been stuck in a cycle, you're like, I gotta get this weight off. I don't effing know how. I've tried. I've failed. Somebody say I. Say yes. It's me. I want to know who's here, who's desperate to lose weight, who is in a similar situation as Cheryl. Moderators, could you please repin Cheryl's comment? Thank you. So, desperate to lose weight, want to lose 25 pounds, something like that. Mama Wolf, I see you. Kimberly, I see you. April, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you to my mods for repinning that. Amanda, thank you. Jennifer. So we have a lot of people on here that are desperate to lose weight. And so this is what I typically see. I see people that have started, tried things, bought contraptions like I've been doing. I've been posting on my TikTok, like that stupid hula hoop thing that I had, where they like promise you results, or you try other programs and other influencers. Like, I promise you results. Here's a program. Go have fun. It's different. How many people have tried that? How many of you have tried something before where you had nutrition or a program done for you and it didn't work for some reason? Or you tried one of these ridiculous fitness contraptions that I've been showing everybody. And you're welcome for the exercise last night, yes. Vicky says, raise your hand, say I, put it in the comments, tell me. Just, I was literally just about to add that to my credit card. Yes, Lee. Jenna, tried HCG, it worked, but I gained. Yep, that happens too. So I'd love to know who's just tried something and failed and what it was. And please keep repinning that comment, moderators. I'd be super grateful. Fitness contraption. So we have people that have tried things in the past. We've had people that have tried, how about a diet? Who's tried a diet before? This is one. I know everybody's tried a diet. Who's tried a calorie deficit? Who's tried macros? Like, thinking this is the solution. Desperate to lose weight. We're talking about Cheryl's situation that most of us have, right? Guilty. There it is. Tiffany. Hi, y'all. John Vasquez. Yes, I did. Mel. She tried macros. Okay. Nutrisystem. What did you try and it didn't work for you? That's what I would love to see. Mel Gunn. Macros. Yep. So is that bad? So not that anything's bad. It's the science is typically pretty good. It's having the full understanding of how everything works. And what I'm even getting at beyond this is that the science is so good. Hi, Britt. The science is usually good. And what happens is we fall short. Bye, Britt. We fall short because of not the science, but because behavioral patterns. When you're desperate to drop 25 pounds, you'll do anything, right? And our behavioral patterns that we've been in for so many years, decades upon decades upon decades, since we were kids, they swing around full circle. And we don't see these behavioral patterns. So we're desperate to lose 25 pounds. What's the first thing that you guys are going to do? What's the first thing that we're going to do when we're desperate to lose 25 pounds? Somebody tell me. You want to lose 25 pounds? What's the first thing you do? Or how about this? What do we stop doing? Stop eating junk food. Okay. Starve, not eat. Those that have been on my lives, they have some good ones. I'm not going to mention those. Where they go work out, they starve. Sierra, what do? We put ourselves in these massive calories to just stop eating. We're like, if I stop eating, it's going to fix everything, right? Or we try to pull out sugars, but we keep eating other stuff. Starving yourself is not the answer, and we do that. So we want results so fast. We're so used to seeing results. Through TikTok, through Amazon, one click, like we get this right now. Yeah, if I do that, if I go extreme, it's going to change everything, right? Who's done that? Who's been like, I'm cutting out sugar, I'm going to reduce the amount of portions I'm eating, I'm going to eat healthy. Who's done it? And then done a bunch of cardio that same week, like, I'm going to the gym. And it's like January 2nd, we're like, we're all in the gym, let's go. Like, yep, me, I've tried everything. Yep, guys, thank you, sweetheart kid, I see you. Miss Fitverse, I see you. Like, you've tried the diet, right? I love food way too much. There it is. Yes, Lee says yes. January 2nd, right? It's like literally, like, let's go be in a calorie deficit. Let's go just bust our asses on cardio. Here's what happens. We try, we get tired. Everything else remains the same in our life. We have the same stress. We have the same work schedule. We don't really know why we're doing what we're doing, except we want to lose weight. We've been told so much from society that it's important to look a certain way, and that certain things will happen to us when we do look a certain way. We'll be our very best selves. What does that mean? Could somebody please define what it means to be your very best self? Who's used that before? I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to be my very best self. Who's used that before? Raise your hand, say aye. Who's used it before and has no fucking idea what it means? Like, say aye right now. I know I'm not alone. You know how I know this is really popular? Because I see it every day when my clients go, this is my why, I want to be my very best self. I'm like, girl, do you know what that means? What does that mean to you? They're like, I'm like, no, go ahead, quantify. What does that mean? Tell me what it means to be your very best self. And they're like, oh yeah, you don't know? Cool. So you don't know your why. They're like, oh. And they just kind of walk away. Right? Yeah, we've all done that. Because what do we see these ads all the time. Be your very best self. It's summer. Oh my good God, that is the world's biggest bee. I'm going to go for a walk by. Oh my God. No thanks, Texas. Oh my God. No thanks. No thanks. Oh my God, it's me. Holy shit. I have goosebumps. Oh my God, did you see that? I'm trying to do a seminar. Texas. Close the door, there's a giant bee. Go like prehistoric size. I'm seriously nervous. Like, it wasn't like a bumblebee. Oh, I got the creepy crawlies. I think it's gone. Okay. Guys, it was like, I got big hands. It was like this big. It was like the biggest hornet I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, what was I talking about? Good God. No, it was not a hornet. It was something bigger than a hornet, like 10 times bigger. Okay. What was I talking about? I was on a roll, too. Jesus Christ. The bee wants to be his very best self. Okay. So we don't know what being our very best self means. God, I was on such a roll. I was in the zone. So we have tried. We're back to who's desperate to lose 25 pounds. How do we start? Where do we start? And I was talking about everybody falling into the pitfall of I want to be my very best self. I've tried a diet. It never worked. And it's because of behavioral patterns, right? Who knows their cycles? Who knows their cyclical behavior? Who's willing to come on and tell me? And by the way, this shit I do right now, this is what I do with every one of my clients. And if you're looking for online personal fitness and nutrition coaching that goes beyond just fitness and nutrition, there's a link in my bio, or you can go to coachgabby.com. Short form to fill out, takes 20 or 30 seconds. Puts you on my list. By the way, I have opened up my list. My team is standing by. We are ready. I have spots. If you want them, now's the opportunity. Now, who knows their cyclical behavior? Tell me. So I keep an eye out for this prehistoric bug. Who? Yes, and you do talk to me during the coaching process. Absolutely. I talk to everybody. My team supports me. You will be with one of my coaches as well. We come in as a team. It's a formula I have used for the last 13 years with 1,500 people. It works amazing. What I do in the beginning is I have them ask you some questions about fitness and nutrition. I see everything. Everything comes across my desk, but it frees me up to work on this with you, the behavioral pattern modification. And then I roundtable with my coaches every day about specific clients, what we're going to talk about with them. So now that being said, what are your behavioral patterns? Who can see their patterns? I limit my food intake, then binge because I get so hungry. Mac. There we go. How many times has this happened? Where you try, like we were talking earlier, Cheryl wanted to lose 25 pounds. So what do? We limit our food intake. We starve ourselves most of the time, right? Start off strong, then get lazy. Who's done this? What LaDonna was talking about. Who started off strong, then got lazy? Okay, raise your hand, say aye. Go ahead, raise your hand, put it in the comments, say aye. Who has gotten depressed and then got stuck after they started their program? Let's talk about that. Hi, Robert, I see you. Welcome to my live, honey. Me, every time, Mama Wolf. Araza, let's see. Yep, let's do it. Who's gotten depressed and stuck after they started? Kimberly, right now. TV, me. Cheryl, I did keto and lost 50 pounds, but gained 25 back. Why did that happen? What was the pattern? We started, we got depressed, we got stuck. What are your other patterns? Somebody tell me your patterns right now. Go ahead. And while I'm waiting to see more patterns, if this is the stuff that you need, this is what I do. Link in the bio or coachgabby.com. This is all in addition to the fitness and nutrition that I do. What do you suggest when you are an emotional eater? I'll get to that in a second. Procrastinating. There's a pattern. We procrastinate. I lost 60 pounds in 6 months and gained back 70. Sorry, the allergies out here are getting me. And you gain back 70. Who has lost weight and then gained it back? Who has been in that cycle? Raise your hand. Say I. Put it in the comments. If this is speaking to you, if you are seeing these patterns in yourself, I started, then I got lazy. I started, got depressed, got stuck. I couldn't find the motivation after a week. I lost weight and then I gained it back. Who am I talking to right now? Who has been through this? Because I've done it personally many times. I know what this is like. Kid, guilty AF, right? Right? Let me turn off. I don't accept people on my lives when I'm doing these seminars, but thank you. Mama Wolf says me. Kimberly says me. Right? So we have been through this. We have done this. Looking skinnier? Thanks. I appreciate that. Making time for myself. Robert, hi, honey. 100% me, says Patty. So we have been through all of these cycles. We tend to not see them because it's easy to pick up the daily stuff. Like we get up, we go to work, we have coffee, or we get coffee in the morning before we leave. We go to work, we come home, we get our kids, we spend time, we make dinner, we go to bed, we play on the phone. We have a routine. We want to change something small, that's easy. We can break those cycles, right? We can break a daily pattern, no problem. But it's these. It's the ones that swing around every 3 months, every 6 months. Pattern recognition. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Look at your patterns, look at your cycles. Now, when you identify these cycles that we're in, how do you break them? Who wants to know how to break those cycles? Do me a favor. If that's you, put your finger to the screen, tap a bunch, tap a ton. Just tap like crazy. If you want to know the answer, let's get the viewership back up. And please, guys, share this with your friends right now on TikTok here. That'll get the viewership up right away. Share it with everybody you can think of, please. We'll keep this seminar going. So, identify those patterns. Once you're able to identify them, the question is, how do we break them? How do we break those patterns? Who has an idea on how we can break those patterns? I want to listen. And by the way, if you're looking for online personal fitness and nutrition coaching, it's what I do. Link in the bio or coachgabby.com. This is the stuff that I do with all of my clients. How do we break the cyclical patterns? What is it that we have to do? Ooh, that's just a bug. I'm having a hard time restarting. Well, listen up. This is what you're going to need. Stay on this live. How do you reach? You have to retrain your mindset. That's one. I'm gonna hold on to that. Discipline, guidance, confidence. You need to have a solid yet realistic plan. There's two. Recognize your patterns first. Have a great mindset. Okay, I see a lot on mindset. While you all are correct, what does it mean to have a good mindset, to have a great mindset? Can somebody please define that for me? Tap the screen a bunch, guys. Share this with your friends. Let's keep the viewership up. Energy is needed. Motivation is meaning having a great mindset. Okay, how do you get motivated and stay motivated? Because one of the things that we saw earlier, one of the comments when we talked about people's behavioral patterns, they were brave enough to put it in the comments. I start and then I get lazy. I start, I lose motivation. How do you keep it? How do you keep it? Kathy knows. Discipline, trusting yourself. Here we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some comments here. And remember, I'm not picking on you. I'm using it because I see it a lot. So Sophia, first of all, thank you. Second, I'm going to ask you a question. And everybody else, listen up. Take a moment here. How many times have you used this before? I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to trust myself. This time it's going to be different. I know what I want. Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me right now. Am I missing something? No, I'm not missing him. That's what I say. Sam, Sophia, what do you think? How many times have we used this before? Tap the screen. Share this with your friends, please. I don't trust myself, and y'all just made me realize that. Exactly. We have built-in failures into this type of language. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to trust myself. Your brain's like, oh, hell no, you're not. I'm going to get you out of this. The brain is so familiar with our patterns. It's like, let me say this because I know I don't really mean it. Do you know why Sophia. Do you know why this isn't going to work? Consistency. Lucy, how many times have you used this before? How many times have you said, I'm going to be consistent? How many times have you set out with good intentions to be consistent, telling yourself it's going to be different this time? Because I'm going to be consistent. Say I. Put it in the comments. If this is you, say I right now. Yep, let's go. Yep, that's right. Sam says I. Here they come. Mama Wolf says me. John, I. That's right. I'm talking to you. Definitely me, says Nikki. Araza, yes. Cheryl, I. Here we go. Consistency. It's not enough because you tried to be consistent before. It's recognition of patterns and doing something different. It is because we have been told we need to. God, allergies and my swollen throat. We need to. You want this. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put my best effort. Do the best that you can. That's all that I ask. Bullshit. I'm calling everybody out right now. Bullshit. Doing your best and doing just the effort. Put in the effort. Be your very best self. It's all bullshit. These are self-limiting beliefs. You're leaving wiggle room for yourself. You're already building in, before you got started, an escape route. A way to just be like, no, I'm done. I can go back to doing what I'm doing. It's fine. I'm going to try to have better health. Girl, I hear that all the time. You know why? To have better health. And let me tell you why this fails every time. Let me tell you why I'm doing this to have better health fails every single time. It's because people equate health to what? Somebody tell me. What do you equate health to most of the time? I want to live a long time, right? I don't want to die. Okay, first of all, does anybody here? Nobody wants to die. Second, I want to live. Who wants to live a long time? Raise your hand, say I. We all want to. Okay, here is the big question. Tap the screen a bunch and share this with your friends, please, right now. While we're doing this, tap the screen, share this with your friends. Here's the big question. How many of us have lived an entire lifetime? How many have done this before? Not a single one. Does your mind, does your brain, does your physical brain have anything to compare this lifetime with, to what it means to live a long time? Yes or no? No, it does not. We have never done this before. Well, some of us may subscribe to the fact we live multiple lives, like I do. In this current state, I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know what it means to live a long time. I don't know what it means. I can't put that into perspective. I've done decades. I've done 4.5 decades. I've done summers. I've done Christmases. Yeah, I've done all that stuff. But as far as anything else goes, I want to be healthy so I can live a long time. I don't know what the F that means. I could die tomorrow. Right? Say I if you're following right now. Put it in the comments. Raise your hand. Say I. Do me another favor. Tap the screen a bunch and share this. Right? You following me? Say yes. Say I if you're following me. Get up out of your damn seat and say I. And tell the people around you need to watch this fucking girl. That's what we need to do right now. Because I am literally spitting truth at y'all. And please continue tapping the screen as much as you can and share this with your friends. The viewership's really low. I'm really trying something new. I'm trying not to be the rapid fire girl. I'm trying to give you high value content above and beyond what anybody else will offer. And so that's why I'm doing these longer lives. I know you want something quick, but quick is not the answer. Listening and understanding what I'm getting at today, that's the answer. We have no perspective. That's why I want to be healthy doesn't work. We need to put a timeline on it. If you want to take a dream and make it reality, what do? You turn it into a goal. And a goal is just a dream with a deadline. So we have to put a deadline on it. That's why it's so important to have granular clarity on where you're going and know your goals. So I want to be healthy. That's a behavioral pattern that you're in. You say, I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. But in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I can have one more brownie. I'm not dead. Or I can have another. Bitch, if I get one more of those bugs, okay. Just giant bees in Texas. Jesus Christ. So I could have one more brownie and one more piece of pizza. I'm fine. Like, oh, there's more medicine I can take. I can put another Band-Aid over this. And until you're laying on a hospital bed or if you've had your heart sliced open and worked on, you really don't understand what it's like to be at the edge and go, oh shit, this could be the last day on earth. I went through that. I know exactly what it's like. Yeah. Now you following? You picking up what I'm putting down? By the way, this is what I do all day long with my clients. If you want help, just imagine the behavioral strategy course I will pull you through. Link in the bio or coachgabby.com. Fill out the short form. Now back to what I was saying. To recognize your patterns is one thing. You have to have a reason for doing something different. It must have what behind it? Who knows? Who knows what it has to have behind it? Emotion. It's the compelling reason behind what you do. You must have emotion. I gotta go inside. I'm sweating. God, I'm sorry. I just can't. The birds are pretty, but I am sweating. Oops, old passcode. Oh my God. Oh, hi. Oh my God. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm sweating, sorry. Let me go. Yeah, you can say hi. You guys want to go upstairs? Hang on. I know, I stink, right?
No, wait, let me say hi first.
I've been sweating. Thanks. I don't stink. She's just being dramatic. Hang on, come up the stairs with me. I can't stand it when she does that. She thinks it's funny. Okay. Almost there. I'm lugging my ring light up here. I don't know why. I have 3 of them. Okay. Should we go to the office? Why didn't I just do that? Let's go to the office. Here. I can't make up my mind. Okay. Whew, it's so hot. I'm like in full sweat. Okay. Welcome to my office. Let's do this. I'll turn this around. Hi. Oh my God. When I say full sweat, I mean, I'm like in a full sweat. This is disgusting. Okay. So, where did I leave off? Somebody fill me in. We were talking about behavioral patterns, cycles. We can't see a lifetime. We have no perspective for that. And so what do we need? We need emotion. I know, I want to pull my hair up. I don't have a clip. It's like, I'm dying though. I'm just going to hold it. Okay. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. Sorry. Emotion. Emotion is the driving force behind everything that you do. When you have powerful emotion, you are able to break those cyclical patterns. It's not how, it's why. And you hear me say this all the time. But when it comes to breaking patterns, we want to think in terms of neuroscience. Because those old behavioral patterns that we have, they're strong, right? They're very strong. I don't think it's going to stay. Even if I wrap it, it's not going to stay. Those behavioral patterns are strong. They're strong neural pathways. They're already existing, pre-existing neural pathways. And we need to create new ones in your mind. How do we do that? How do we do that? Doesn't matter what medication you're on. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter what you're eating. Here's how. Positive emotional state coupled with any activity. You must consciously decide to make the change. And then as you are breaking this pattern, you are in a positive emotional state coupling with that new activity. That alone creates a brand new neural pathway in your mind. Oh yeah, the office is coming along beautifully. I can even go back here a little bit more if you want. You can get kind of eyes on a lot of the office and what it looks like. Office is just my canvas over here, right? I just got to do some cord hiding and then I'm good. So, this is what it boils down to. Bring this closer. Okay. Positive emotional state coupled with any activity. That creates new positive neural pathways. Use a I don't have, I don't have paper. It's all downstairs. So, how do we do that? How do we create a new positive emotional state? Who knows how? If you're trying to create new behavioral patterns, how do you create new positive emotional states? Somebody tell me. Raise your hand. Let's see what we got. Tell me. And by the way, if you're looking for online personal fitness and nutrition coaching, it's what I do. Link in my bio or coachgabby.com. Short form to fill out. This is what I do with every one of my clients. Positive affirmations. Okay, what else? Katie, no idea. Thank you for being Affirmations, affirmations, meditation. Affirmations. How many of you have used affirmations in the past? I'm really curious about this. Who's used affirmations before? Raise your hand, say aye. If it's you, who's used affirmations in the past to put yourself in a positive mental state? Who's done it? Journaling. Who's done it? I, Jonah. I, Diana. Yvette, April. Who's used these positive affirmations? I am worthy. I can do this. I believe in me. I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. I'm strong. Right? How's that working for you? Oof, didn't think I was going to say that, did you? Did I walk you right into that one or what? How is that working for you with those positive affirmations, right? Why does that not create change in your life? That's right, Lynn. You have to do something different. While you feel good in the moment, you are fulfilling one of 6 human needs. Anytime you fulfill just one of the 6 human needs, your fulfillment is temporary. And while you might feel good, you are only doing an affirmation. You are not causing or creating change. What we want to do is create positive emotional state through what is called gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibrational state and highest emotional state that a human being can exist in. And there is science to show what it does to the neural pathways, and it is absolutely effing incredible. Gratitude simultaneous with love and joy. Now y'all are like, oh great, she's getting into this hippie woo-woo shit. Yes, no, kind of a little bit. But there is science to back it up. That's what the most incredible part of this is. So, what do we do? Have I told you guys about the Botox experiment before? Who's heard it? Yes or no? Who have I talked to about the Botox experiment? I need a brush for my hair. I'm curious. Who knows that? Raise your hand if you've heard it or have not heard. I want to know. What are the 6? Nope, Yvette has not heard it. Meredith has not heard it. Nope. Okay, here we go. The Botox experiment. This was done in Sweden several years ago. I believe it was 2019 when they did it. A group of scientists injected Botox into people's faces to force a smile. Who knows how long Botox lasts? Go ahead, put it in the comments. Who knows how long Botox lasts? When you get it, if you're not doing an hour of cardio a night like I do, and it burns off really quick. Yes, correct. 3 months. Botox will last for 3 months. Could you imagine having a permanent Joker-faced smile for 3 months, whether you want to smile or not? Would that drive you nuts? Like, look in the mirror, you're trying to frown, you're like... What happened to those people, though? When the scientists interviewed them afterwards, one of the questions they asked was, how is your overall happiness in life? The majority, statistically significant number of people in this scientific study said their overall quality and fulfillment in life increased dramatically. And it had absolutely nothing to do with the way they looked. So that tells us, by literally smiling, you are telling your brain to release hormones and chemicals and substances into your bloodstream to make you happy. The old smile, fake smile, it really effing works. It is absolutely incredible. One of the daily disciplines that I have my clients do, I'm going to spill the beans right now. This is stuff I would typically tell my clients. Smile. When you do your cardio, when you're meal prepping, when you're shopping, when you're stepping on that scale, and you know you've done everything you should for the week, and you're ready to do your check-in, smile. And even more so before that, I have them think of 3 things that they are grateful for, truly and deeply grateful for. And I have my clients sit in gratitude several times a day. And when they're there in that moment and they cannot tell the difference, they have their eyes closed and they are really there in that moment, whether it's past, present, or future, something they are truly and deeply grateful for. I tell them, smell all the smells, feel all the feels. Be there with your eyes closed. Your mind cannot tell the difference. Then I tell them to smile. 6 seconds is all it takes to create the necessary hormones and chemical release. That's it. And you then at that moment, whatever you are doing, that activity is then linked in a new neural pathway with a positive experience. You created a brand new behavioral pattern in your mind that is positive. And now what you have to do, just like my little plant over here, my little succulent, you just got to water that thing every single day. That's it. It's that simple. There's $20,000 of a seminar I just gave you. That's how much I paid to get that information. It effing works. And I do it with every one of my clients. Now, if you're on here and you've seen this and you're like, holy shit, stuff like this is going to change my life every single day. How much of this do I have? Who's my client? How many clients do I have on this? Do I have any clients on right now? By the way, please tap the screen a bunch. Keep those hearts flying as much as you can. You got nothing going on right now. Just tap that screen and please share this with your friends right now on TikTok. Yeah. Who's seen my behavioral patterns and what I do? Lynn, me, Sil, me. Hi. Who has been through these? Who's heard these? Who's seen the neurohacks that I give you? And who does the daily disciplines? Sil just started. You're going to get those neurohacks ASAP. CD starts Saturday. Diana, me. Imagine every week something new. They work. Here it is. Hello, Shanti. This is one of my clients. They work. They work. It works. Something so simple works. Imagine loading up with an arsenal of this information every single week. Your fitness and nutrition, I do that shit in my sleep. Me and my team get together. We go over everything every week on your check-in. We dial that shit in. And then that behavioral pattern, I look at every message you send. I look at your check-in. I see what you're talking about. I look at what I've given you. And every week something new comes to you and we're going to work on that. Imagine having these kind of tips every single week. This kind of scientific information that you know and you have certainty that is going to work. Lynn, first week, lost 10.2 pounds. God damn, girl, I'm so proud of you. Here is one of my clients. If y'all like this, tap that effing screen right now. Lynn, congratulations. 10 pounds, 10.2 pounds, 1 week with me. This is the difference. When your mind is in it, when it's beyond positive affirmations, when you know your why, because we work on the why. Day one, I am asking you questions about your why. And yes, I've got lots of skinny fat clients. I sure do. If this is what you want, we started with Cheryl, who wanted to lose 25 pounds fast. Lynn did it in a week. She's halfway, almost halfway to that goal that Cheryl had in 1 week because she knew her why. Because of the things that I'm showing you right now, similar things, similar strategies with behaviors, how to change your behavioral patterns. Who wants that? Raise your hand, say I. Who wants to be able to do what Lynn just did? Raise your hand, say I. If you want that, raise your hand right now. Lynn just lost 10, mods, can you please repin that? 10.2 pounds in 1 week with me. First week, that's goddamn right you do. Now you see it's possible. Now you see what can happen. What Lynn just did is long-term sustainable too. She will not gain that back. I will make sure of that. Because next week she's getting something new. Next week she's getting more and more and more. And every week more. And I'm going to keep pulling her along. I'm making sure that she never slides backwards. She only slides forward. That is the difference with what I do. Who's ready? Who's ready right now to commit to change, to breaking these behavioral patterns? Because you ain't getting any younger. Summer, that sun is shining. It is the third day of summer. For those of you that think it's too late, oh no. It is never too late. You know what 10.2 pounds off of you will do for a bathing suit? For an evening dress? Imagine that in 1 week. Now imagine yourself on the 4th of July or the 30th of July. We're not even talking about hot August nights yet. We're not even there yet. Summer goes through August. We got months left. And I have spots. I have availability. My long-term goal was to expand and create spots, and I have that. I have my team. And we are side by side doing this together. It has allowed me to open up spots. And the people that are coming on, Lynn is experiencing that right now with my team, with me and my team. She is experiencing that firsthand. That's how effective it is now that I have my team involved. It is all hands on deck for every single client that I have. And if you want this, you just have to commit. You have to say, yes, I fucking want this. Who wants this? Say I. Who wants to see their life change? Who wants to step outside in the sunshine and feel goddamn confident and know that they are only going forward and they are never going back? Who will no longer tolerate their old behavioral patterns? Who is committed to changing their behavioral patterns? Raise your hand, say I. Show me who it is. Who is willing, ready, committed, who will no longer tolerate the old behavioral patterns. Yvette says I. M says I. S says I. Meredith says me. Goddamn right. Tap that screen too. Share this with your friends. Let's see if we can get them committed. Poison into nectar says me. I do. Goddamn right. And here's what you do. You have to solidify it with action. If you do not take action, all this motivation you have, it dies. It's gone. You have to take action and start creating these new behavioral patterns. We just talked about it. We spent an hour talking about it. You must create these new behavioral patterns. If you just talk about it, you're going to do everything you've done before. You're going to slide back into those old behavioral patterns. You're going to do the same shit you've done before with the same results, which is what? Who knows? Nothing. It gets you right where you are right now. If you are committed, if you're ready to make change, here's what you do. Go to my bio link right there. Expand it. Click on the link tree. There's one link that says Online Personal Fitness and Nutrition Coaching with Gabby. Click it. Or you can go to CoachGabby.com. Fill out the short form. Takes about 30 seconds. The last little button, the last page of that form says, why are you a good fit for my program? Here is what I want you to do. I want you to write down the behavioral pattern you're stuck in. What are you stuck in? What do you try and fail at over and over again? And then I want you to write down your why. That's what I want to see. And I want you to say, I commit. I commit to change. Put that in that form. That's what I want to see. I want to see people that are ready now. Not next month, not 2 weeks from now, not 3 weeks from now. 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 Because in 2 weeks, more sand will have fallen through your hourglass. More complacency will have happened. You have swiped up on lives 1,000 times. You'll have so much dopamine floating through your system, you will be demotivated in an hour. I promise you, if you do not take action right now, even if you're not signing up with me, if you're doing something else, go do it now. But don't wait. If you're signing up with me, do it immediately. If you wait and you swipe up, dopamine, released, done, gone. Gone. It's over. You have dopamine in your system, you are no longer motivated, you instantaneously slide back into complacency. Everything on this planet is growing or dying. There is no in between. Complacency. Doing the same shit over and over again. That is a slow death. Raise your standards right now. Are you willing to raise your standards and make the change? Say I. Say yes. Then make your fucking move. That's all it takes. Solidify everything you're doing with action. You need help. Link in the bio, CoachGabby.com. Fill out the form. Literally takes 30 seconds. My list is open. It's summer. I want you to be happy. I want you to succeed. But the longer you wait, the more that summer goes on, the fewer results you're going to see. You want to drop a pound or two? That's what you want to drop? You want to drop more? What is it that you want to do? It's 6 emotions. It's the 6 human needs. That's what we're talking about. Actually, I haven't done one on that. I'll do one next time. You have 50 pounds to lose, Meredith. I help people that are in the 400 pound range. Well over 100 pounds, that's a walk in the park for me. Pound or two for your wedding tomorrow, get your butt on the treadmill. Cut out all of your salt, cut out carbohydrates, lower your calories, drink a ton of water. Yeah. 6 human needs: sparkle, certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and the human connection, growth, progress, contribution. Who's found this useful today? Let me know. We had lots more people on when I started. It's always interesting to watch the viewership drop as they come to the end. And I watch and I see how many people don't care about changing their life. They want the quick fix. They just want that dopamine hit when they're on their lunch break or they're at work and they're reaching for their phone. Mama Wolf, you got over 100 pounds to lose. Take action right now. Commit to changing your life forever. That's what you have to do. I'm going to give you an assignment. Everybody here today, whoever's left, who's engaged, who wants their homework assignment, raise your hand, say aye. Who is ready for their homework assignment? Raise your hand, say aye. I'm still here, Mother. I see you. Yesley is here. Maddie is here. Chris is here. Sierra is ready for her homework. Sam is ready. Drew is ready. Magdalene's ready. Nicole says aye. I like it. Alexa, Chris D, you ready? Here's your homework. Another one of these things that I use with my clients when I see them falling off the beaten path. I'm going to use this with you today. Here's what we do. Today, no matter where you are on your journey, I want you to go pick up a piece of paper or a journal. I need a blank piece of paper with you and a pen. Blank journal, blank paper, and a pen. Something you can carry with you. And I want you to go do cardio. One singular cardio session. I don't care if you've never done it before. Whatever you're going to do, I want you to be smart about it though. Don't do something that's going to get you hurt. Don't do something where you're going to be symptomatic. You know your body. You know your limit. Listen to it. Go do cardio. Go work hard. Go work harder than you've worked in a long time. Bring that pen and that paper with you. And when you see the finish line in sight, whether you're counting down a time on a cardio machine, you're out there walking or running, when you see the finish line in sight, pick up the effing pace. Pick up the speed little by little and go, 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 go. I want you to fully exhaust yourself. I want you to empty that tank. All of it. Empty it. And do not stop until you cross that finish line, until one foot goes across that finish line. And the moment you stop, the moment you are sweaty, out of breath, exhausted, and all you want to do is sit down, you pick up that blank piece of paper, and you pick up that pen, and you start writing. Right then and there. I don't care how sloppy it is. I don't care if your hand is shaking. I don't care if you want to throw up. Write. And write a list of the things you will no longer tolerate in your life. Write it down. Let it flow. Create a list of the things you will no longer tolerate in your life. And at that moment, reread it. The second you're done, go reread everything, standing there, sweaty, tired, exhausted. Read it. And right then and there, commit to never again allowing those things on that list to dictate the course of your life. And then, along every single item that you wrote, one action item on how you're going to move away from that thing as quickly as humanly possible. That is your homework. That is your homework. Go do it. Who's going to do it? Raise your hand, say aye. Who's going to come tomorrow with their list? Who's going to come tonight? I've got a 7:30 live tonight. Who is coming with their list on my next live? Follow. Make sure your notifications are on. 100%. Shanti B. Yep. Dylan Strickland. Me. Pastel Pink. Yep. Jennifer. Yep. Sam's coming back. Marwa. Yep. And here's what I want you guys to do. Share it. Tell somebody about this. If this is useful, I'm doing something different. I've never done these kind of seminars. I've never given away this information before. Not to non-paying customers. Not to non-paying clients. I'm giving this to you because I want to see a paradigm shift in the world. I want to see what happens. This is valuable to you. Share my profile, share my information, share my page, tell a friend about it. And if you're ready to commit, sign the F up. What are you waiting for? CoachGabby.com, short form, fill it out. Takes 30 seconds. Here's what's going to happen. Phil, Chris, or Clayton are going to reach out to you. And Marissa is on today too, just so you know. Another one of my really good friends from New York. She's helped me out. They're going to contact you, most likely today. You're going to get a text. They're going to schedule a call with you. They're going to want to chat for 10 or 15 minutes. Give them this list. And if you don't have it, make it up on the spot. Tell them what you will no longer tolerate. Tell them how you're going to move away from it. It goes in the notes. I see everything. I'm going to get you into my app with me and my team. You can voice text, you can video message me. I do the exact same thing. Day one, you're getting a video message from me. I'm asking you a ton of questions. I need to know a lot about you to customize workouts, cardio, nutrition for home, at the gym. Everything I do is 100% custom. There's nothing cookie cutter about what I do. Totally custom for you. If you're a picky eater, fine, I design for that. If you have allergies, I design for that. If you have medical conditions, I design for that. The most common medical conditions I see, polycystic ovarian syndrome, diabetes, all types, pre, type 2, type 1, see that all the time. Hashimoto's, hypothyroid. I see those every day. And I have solutions for that work. You get a full meal plan. Multiple recipes per meal, 3 to 4 recipes every meal. All designed for you, your food preferences, your schedule. I want to talk about your schedule. And then, by the way, I redesign those meals every month because you're making progress every month with me. And if somebody does not design your nutrition all over again from scratch every single month, they're not doing their job. Your basal metabolic rate changes. The amount of body fat you have drops or gains. Muscle mass changes. You must redesign for that. Your caloric needs change. Hyperthyroid, overactive, yes. I have solutions for that too. Am I qualified to give meal plans? You tell me. Those are all from the National Association of Sports Nutrition. The answer is yes. I'm more than qualified. I'm a scientist by trade. Yeah. Every single one of those certifications, I have 4 expert professional levels. Degreed, nutrition. I'm here, guys. And yes, in every country, I can find alternative meals. My database is huge. You tell me what country you're in, I can literally design for the food that is in that country. Yeah. This is what I do. And then when we work on the fitness and nutrition, I pull you through a personal strategy for behavioral modification. Today, if this was useful to you, imagine what I can do with you every single week if we're talking. Imagine the change that you are going to get. Visualize your life never being the same. Visualize yourself moving in the direction you've always dreamed of. Visualize yourself in your body that you've always wanted. And the experiences that you're going to have at that moment. And the emotions that you're going to have when you're in that body. And how it's going to spill over into every area of your life. Not just what you wear, but your confidence, your family, your friends, your social life, your work, your finances, your career. It spills over into everything. That's what I do. Link in the bio or coachgabby.com. Short form to fill out. I got to run. I got programs to design. I'll be back on, I'm like snotting. I'll be back on tonight, 7:30. And then tonight also, just so you guys know, what's today? Today's Friday. Who knows what happens Friday nights? Go ahead. Let's say it. Who knows what happens Friday nights? After dark. Tonight is Gabby After Dark. It is Friday. For those of you that have never been on my After Darks, here's what happens. We do not talk about fitness at all. We do not talk about nutrition at all. None of that happens. There are no calls to action. There are no go join my programs. This is me talking about everything I shouldn't talk about. I run it like a TV show because I got thousands of viewers at night and they want to see something that's exciting and interesting and different. So I run it in 3 segments. The first segment is called Grapes and Gossip. I will literally sit and eat grapes in front of you and I will spill all the tea in my life and will tell you exactly what's going on. And it's probably more than I should say. I should literally have you sign an NDA before you hear some of the shit that I talk about. After those 20 minutes are gone, we do what's called Tinder Tales, where I give you the opportunity to come on live with me and you can tell me your horrendous Tinder tales, your horrendous grinder tales. And if nobody has any, I share mine with you. Yes, I've been on Tinder for a long time. Yes, I've been on Grindr for a long time. And yes, I have horrendous stories that will blow your mind. That's segment 2. Again, each segment is 20 minutes long. Segment 3 is a follower-created segment. I didn't make it. Y'all created it. It's called Shoot Your Shot with Gabby. It's speed dating. You have your shot. You can pin it, or my mods will pin your shot. You have whatever comment you want to catch my attention or the moderator's attention. I have 30 moderators. They will pin the best comments. And then, if you have 1,000 followers or more, because that's what TikTok requires to come live, I let you guys pick who comes live with me. And then on my Apple Watch, I will set a timer for 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds to shoot your shot from the second your camera goes on. Many know. I've been doing these for several months. Several people have gotten lucky. There have been a couple of dates that have actually happened. So, yes, you do need to impress me if you're going to shoot your shot. Absolutely. I do have standards. But you'd be shocked. Sometimes I do slum it. So that's tonight at 10:30 p.m. Central Time. It's also 11:30 Eastern Time. And then, what does that work out to be? 8:30 Pacific Time? Yep. So I will see you guys tonight. Also be on my treadmill tonight at 7:30 because I need to do some sort of a workout. Even though, yes, I've been approved from BBL and I need to put on weight and got to get fat, I do need to do my treadmill still. So thank you guys for joining me so much. One last time, link in the bio for online personal fitness and nutrition coaching, or you can go to coachgabby.com, fill out the short form, takes 20 or 30 seconds. That'll put you on my list. All right, guys, I will talk to you later.